Sunlight streams through the window. I can feel it brushing against my face, trying to snake itself through my closed eyes. God. I curl up into an even tighter ball, like a hibernating hedgehog. The new day crept upon me far too fast. Why did I read it so stupid? I'm sorry. I haven't had any time to prepare myself yet. I'm still tired and my feet are cold. That's what I get for sleeping on a futon too small for me, I guess. I can't hear any cars. I can't hear any people. Everything is still quiet. Maybe too quiet. I start to fantasize making up imaginary scenarios of natural disaster, nuclear wars, and a zombie apocalypse. Where have all the people gone? It takes me a few moments to remember where I am. I'm not in the city anymore. There's no one around. It's just me. Ha! Hey, the music's very quiet. I sigh, breathing in the cool country air. It's invigorating, waking me up more thoroughly than a bucket of cold water could. Now then, where should I go? Who should I see? Ammu told me in a letter I received a few days ago that she was going to spend most of the Golden Week working at her parents' cafe. Since it's only 11 a.m., it seems more than likely she'll be there. In that case, I want to pay her a visit. I should dig out my old bike from the garage. That's not what it says. That's not what it says at all. I should dig out my old bike from my grandparents' back garden and take it for a ride. Why is it in the garden? Just, wouldn't it be rusty and terrible? Jeez. Oops. About 40 minutes to reach the town where the cafe is by bike. Probably slightly longer if I walk. I haven't been on a bike in so long. Thinking about it makes me feel a bit nostalgic. Yeah, the last time I was on a bike, oh. Oh god. Never mind. The wind in my hair, the scent of the flowers in the fields, the earth beneath my tires. It's an enticing idea. But on the other hand, there's always Noelle. I definitely owe her a visit. And yet, it's been so long, I can't help but feel anxious. But I know one thing is certain. If I keep deliberating like this, I'll never get anything done. Go and visit Ammu at her parents' cafe. Go and visit Noelle. I'm just gonna go with the first option. That's probably what most people do. It doesn't take me long for me to make up my mind. Although I feel a twinge of guilt at brushing Noelle aside like this. I think it might be for the best. I know in my heart I should at least try to visit her. I should try and repair our relationship. I owe her that much, and this might be the only chance I have, but I'm not going to be here for very long, and I don't know if I'll have enough time. It seems far more realistic to spend these few days having fun with my first best friend, rather than trying to rekindle a relationship that may never spark again. At least I know Ammu will be happy to see me. And so, trying to justify this cowardly line of thought to myself, I go into my grandparents' back garden and dig up my old bike. Oh, have fun with that. It's starting to take longer. It's taking longer to reach the next town than I thought it would. I'm slumped over the handlebars of my bike like a slab of freshly cut meat. My face is just as red. I pant heavily, trying to catch my breath. Sweat beads on my forehead dripping down to the contours of my face and off the tip of my nose. The gradual degradation must be what happens when you move to the city. Since everything was all so convenient, I stopped walking and cycling everywhere. Instead, I started relying on the godsend that is public transportation. I took the train to and from school. When I wanted to go shopping, I went on the bus. I hardly ever had to walk unless it was to the convenience store, and that was only 3 minutes away. My heart burns, my face is on fire. At least one thing's good things come out of all this. When I blush, my face gets so red it helps obscure my freckles. I've never liked them. I've wondered about wearing makeup to conceal them before, but it might be kind of strange asking my female friends for advice about that. Yeah, no, really. I don't know if they tease me, but, well, Even if I wanted to reinvent myself, it's already too late. The people at my school already know about my freckles, so what's the point? I wouldn't be able to fool them. I'm just the same as I used to be all those years ago. Or am I? If it really were true, then why is cycling become such a chore? Could it be I've changed more than I thought? We all change. My legs hurt. After that strenuous cycle here, I don't want to even look at my bike, let alone ride it. Unfortunately, I just can't abandon it somewhere along the street. That would be irresponsible, and somebody might trip over it. Burdened by my own code of ethics, I ended up towing the wretched thing along behind me, holding it by the handlebars. Maybe it wasn't my fault that I got so tired. After all, this is an old bike. Perhaps one of the tires is flat or something, and the brakes aren't very good either. It's not my fault. It really, truly isn't. Or at least, I don't want it to be. Jeez. Trying to distract myself from my concerns over my physical health or fitness or lack of it, I tried to look around at my surroundings. Come to think of it, I really should be paying more attention given I'm wheeling along this unwieldy vehicle. I don't want to run over any small children. The streets are pretty crowded. Since it's a warm day, the whole street is flooded with life. Young men and women strolling along hand in hand. Parents pushing baby strollers, old men and women shielding from the sun under the bus shelter, laughing over private jokes. Their young children clinging to their parents, wailing for ice cream. A group of teenage boys with their hands thrust deep into their pockets, sporting backwards baseball caps. A gaggle of girls with fake tans and long fingernails laden down with shopping bags. Huh, that must be an interesting sight. Wherever I look, I can see something happening. Almost everybody seems to be smiling. Is that because of the warm weather? This town really does have everything. Large businesses, buildings with more than 3 floors, a library, a hospital, police station, a church, several shops, an elementary school, a middle school, and a high school? Not combined into one classrooms like the school in my old village. There are even ice cream vendors in the street, a couple of fast food restaurants, and a movie theater. Truly, this place is a metropolis. At least that's what I thought when I was little. Littler than I am now, anyways. Now I know that isn't really true. This is only a small town compared to with a population of about 30,000. It's not nearly as cosmopolitan as I thought. When you get older, your perspective really does change. The 5-story company buildings that were once so impressive are less grandiose now. And the single library, sadly understocked. The ice cream vendors, they're all nothing special. That was awkward. In bigger cities, you can also buy crepes, yakisoba, and takoyaki in the street. Now where was the cafe again? If I remember correctly, it's just down the street and to the left, not too far away. This is only a small town, so of course it isn't too far away. Nothing is. However, if I take a lock of hair between my thumb and forefinger, squeezing it, it feels slippery to the touch, like handling a fish fresh out of the water. Do I really want to meet Ammu looking like I just crawled out of a vat of lard? I don't think that'd make for a particularly good first impression. It's been 2 years since the last time I saw her. Should I greet her looking my best? Find a public restroom and cool yourself down. Visit the cafe the way you are. I'm gonna visit the way I am. Cause who cares about cleaning yourself? So I finally made it back here. Back to this familiar cafe. There's a Japanese letter, I think. I might be wrong about that. Anyways, it's a very warm, comfy place. I like the watercolor effect of the backgrounds, by the way. It's pretty nice. It's a warm, comfy place made mostly of wood. A small establishment, not very large. You just said it was small. With a certain kind of humble charm. And the waitress who comes to greet me. Hello, sir, and welcome to the Ammu Cafe. Will you be dining alone today? Is there anything in particular you would like to... Hey, it's Ammu. She's pretty cute. I forgot. She's really cute. The way she drew was really nice. Oh my god! It's Ammu. Her pink hair is as messy as ever. Tendrils falling out of her ponytail. One hand on her hip. She looks me up and down. Her mouth parted slightly. She's just making that O face. Ah, no way. That's no fair. She's grown over the last couple of years too. I may have entertained some wild fantasies of one day overtaking her, being able to rest my elbows on top of her, just like she always did with me, but of course, it didn't work out like that. The best laid plans never do. I didn't grow at all these last 2 years, but Ammu, she shot up like a stick of bamboo. She's still taller than me. A lot taller than me, actually. How depressing. Ammu looks at me in surprise. It takes a few moments until finally she's able to greet me. And when she does, the words that come out of her mouth... Cockroach Kid! It's you! Are not exactly flattering. I know that's actually perhaps more like but I can't do that. I suck. I'm sorry. Akshan says, "Jeez, Ammu, that's mean." I'm sorry. I just can't help it. You're always boasting in your letters of how you're getting taller and you're going to catch up to me soon, blah blah blah. When I actually meet you, you still look like a 12-year-old. You're still the same old cockroach kid I remember. Don't call me that. I'm trying to put that painful chapter of my life behind me. To you it might be a tragic tale, but to everyone else, it's a comedy. Hey, don't go deriving so much pleasure from my past failures like that. It's mean. I'm a mean person, Addict-chan. I thought you knew this already. Heart. Ammu's left is just as I remember. It's a devilish little giggle that sounds incredibly mocking. The laugh coupled with her smug expression makes me feel though as nothing's changed between us. If she wanted to, she could still rest her elbows on top of my head and use me as a coaster. I sigh. Still, I'm pretty grateful. If you hadn't swung by, I'd still be working in that crappy cafe until 4. I owe you one, buddy. Laughing, Ammu claps me on the shoulder. She uses too much force, and it hurts probably more than she probably intended. Ow, that was a loud noise. I wince, rubbing my shoulder. Hope that doesn't leave a bruise. Even though you're working as a waitress now, you're just as violent as ever. Me? Violent? No way! You could have dislocated my shoulder! Sorry. I guess I was just so happy to see you again, I got a little overexcited. Ammu giggles, waving one hand as though it's no big deal. Because Ammu never takes anything seriously, being with her is always pretty relaxing, which is kind of remarkable given how much she beats me around under the flimsy guise of friendship. Perhaps Ammu's easygoing nature comes from living in the countryside, free from strict rules and regulations, confusing train timetables, and angry people in business suits holding briefcases. Whatever the hell he just said. Yes, I agree. Whatever the hell he just said. Seriously though, you look dreadful. Are you okay? I look down at myself, self-consciously examining my sweat-stained shirt, my red calves, and my trembling hands. How do I, it's a tab. No! That was an accident. I have to jump back. Ugh. Okay, so that's what that does. Well, how do I know there's a button to do it, but I forgot. Whatever. Maybe I should have tried to clean myself up just a little. No, I'm fine. I feel great. That's a lie. Shot down so quickly. You look like you're on the verge of death. She's very cute. What happened? I stare at the floor and mumble something unintelligible, hoping Ammu won't hear. Of course, this pathetic attempt at resistance proves to be completely futile. Smirking like a proud detective who's just cracked a particularly difficult case, she leans forwards, hands linked together on her lap. You tried to cycle here all by yourself, didn't you? No, don't be stupid. I helped you chain your bike up outside the cafe, remember? Of course I remember. It only happened half an hour ago. Ammu's always been better at practical stuff than I have too. After several failed attempts at me fumbling around with the lock, Ammu eventually sighed, hands on her hips, and shooed me out of the way so she could do it herself. Jeez, he's so helpless. I was just taking my bike out for a walk, that is all. I just needed to walk, apparently. I thought it needed some fresh air, what the... I am so... sure. God damn it, it needed some fresh air. What is this freaking animal? It's a freaking bicycle, man. God.